Hey guys, I want to share with you a quick tip if you are working with the Beachbody business and how to best place your coaches when you are bringing someone new in to join your team. And I have a crude little notebook here that's going to give you an exact example of what your business center should look like. So my general rule of thumb is when I'm building my business, I kind of equate it to climbing levels of stairs. So if you can remember back to high school when you had to climb those levels of stairs to get up to the second floor, your English class was on floor 1 and you had to get to Spanish up on floor 4. You have to constantly climb those winding stairs. That's how I equate this business, is when you're building your business and you know that there's different levels and ranks. So as you start this business, your first level that you get started with is coach. And from that point forward, up to where you're growing, you know the next level up is emerald, the next level up is ruby, and the next level up is diamond. Well, you can run and build your business however you want. I'm just giving you my best suggestion. You always want to get to emerald level first. And for me, I always just try to work towards diamond next. I don't really focus so much on ruby, because if you're working on building your team and helping them to get to emerald as well, naturally, ruby will take place. Give you my best suggestion. What I would suggest is this: when you first add your coaches, you are going to be this position. So here you are as this little pink circle. You will always have a right leg and a left leg when you are building your business. When you add your coaches in, you need to decide when you add your first coach in, should I put them on the right leg or the left leg? Here's my best tip and advice, and this is whatever you want to do. Say, for instance, when I first got started, if I want to bring in my husband and I want him to be able to be on the strongest leg that's going to get upline volume points. So when a coach up here adds a coach in, they're going to go in maybe, if my right leg is my strong leg, so we're going to pretend like this is the strong leg and the left side is the weak leg. When an upline coach adds a coach in, naturally they're going to start to deposit in what's called the downline. Now these people that are added from up here aren't yours specifically, but what they do is all the points that happen on that person's business will add into your downline, and that's going to be good for something called team cycle bonus, which we'll cover later. But if I'm adding my husband, my sister, or someone where I want them to have upline help for points, I'm going to put that person right here in my strongest leg. And the other side, this leg, the left leg right now, for my example, is what's called your building leg. So your building leg is the one that you want to primarily focus on, keep adding coaches in. Network marketing businesses, there's always got to be an inside leg, one way or another. There's always going to be a strong one that's always going to get upline facilitation, and then there's always going to be an inside one. So it's not a bad thing. So for instance, to give you the example of my husband on my account is actually on the inside leg. So I didn't tell you that, but I didn't know that when I first started. So it doesn't make a difference because he's here, but he's still building a strong business. So inside here is what's called your building leg. So when you add on your second coach, you want your second coach to be added over here. When you've done this, you've got the scenario of emerald level, as long as all three of you are active. Now I'm just going to assume for perfect scenario purposes that all of you are on Shakeology Home Direct, and that would mean that all of you are going to always be active and you don't ever have to worry about anything. So when you are emerald, which you will be because you've got two coaches added here, your next level, basically when you're going to add on your third coach, I always suggest this: add your third coach to, number one, make sure that your emerald level is solid. So say for instance, you've got this scenario. This is your spouse, and then this is your friend, and they are not on Home Direct Shakeology, and they never get active. They never buy anything. They never sell anything. To me, this is an unstable emerald. So that would mean I would definitely want to add my third coach on this leg so that if they are active, I at least have someone active in this leg. The way that Beachbody's network marketing business works is you can have multiple coaches in this side. As long as one of them is active, you stay emerald. 1 and 1 has to happen. So Perfect scenario again. You're emerald. You were solid. So you've climbed up the level to the stairs. You're emerald. Boom. Good. This is your next bit. Now, while you're working to diamond, because again, I don't really focus on ruby. While you're working to diamond, my suggestion is to help now with your team cycle bonuses so that you can get paid more often. So I told you already that one side of your legs is going to have a facilitation of points by the upline coaches, as long as those upline coaches are doing the business. So what I would suggest, to get to diamond, you need an emerald, so you need at least 2, so 1 and 1, and then at least 6 other active coaches, at least 3 and 3. So when I'm building up to diamond, what I'm going to do, because my left leg is the weaker for points, because all the points are going to be in here, I'm going to sponsor and put my next coach here. I'm going to put my next coach here, and I'm going to put my next coach here. So now, did you see that if this one's emerald, or say this guy's emerald, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter who's emerald, say these guys are emerald. I now have at least 4 coaches in this side. So now when I sign in my next coach, I'm going to put them here, here, and here. And now my account is positioned for diamond, as long as this is a perfect world and everyone's active. But while you're building to diamond, you want to really help teach and groom and help build these coaches to get them to emerald. Your goal, make sure everyone gets to emerald. Try to make as many of your coaches emerald. Here's my last tip of coach placement. If you are signing someone up who is specifically just joining because they want to get wholesale pricing on Shakeology or when they buy a new workout program, always put your product wholesale coach customer in the weak volume leg, because those are just going to be points and they're not interested in really building the business. So that's my best tip and advice for working with coach placements and reaching different levels, because that's going to make sure that you build a solid rank level and then start working on team bonus. So it's always build up to rank level, and once that rank is solid and you don't have to pay attention so much to it, then start putting coaches to help with the weak volume, and then transfer back over again to rank level, weak volume. If you keep flip-flopping, that's where you're going to start to really earn significant income.